What is up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? This is Everything is Tech here from everythingistech.com and socialwallpapers.net. In this video, I'd like to be comparing the Droid X2 to the iPhone 4. Both these phones are on Verizon's 3G network, and these are both amazing phones. The Droid X2 is a recent release of the Droid X1. This is the newer model right over here of the Droid X. And then we have the iPhone 4, which has been almost a year since the phone has been out. So both these phones are awesome phones, and in this video, I'll be going over a lot of the features of both phones, like the apps, the web browsing experience, how the battery life is, the specs, how the videos and photos come out from these phones, and a lot more stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. So before we move on to the rest of the video, knowing the specs for both phones is really essential. On one side, we have the Motorola Droid X2, which runs Android 2.2 Froyo. It also comes with 8 GB of internal memory, as well as a dual-core 1 GHz processor and 512 MB of RAM. In addition, the screen size is 4.3-inch display, and the screen resolution on that baby is 960 by 540. As far as the camera goes, the Droid X2 only has one 8-megapixel camera in the back that has the capabilities of taking 720p video. And on the other side, we have the iPhone 4 by Apple. This runs an iOS 4.2.7. This is the version I'm running on my iPhone right now. This also comes with a 1 GHz A4 processor chip, and it does have 512 MB of RAM. It also has a 3.5-inch Retina display with a screen resolution of 960 by 640. And there's two cameras on the iPhone 4. There's a back-facing camera, which is 5 megapixels, and it has the capabilities of taking 720p video, HD. And as far as the front-facing camera goes, that is a VGA quality, so you get a decent quality with the front-facing camera. And as far as the depth goes on the iPhone 4, it is only 0.37 inches, which is 9.3 millimeters. So the first test is going to be web browsing, how long it takes each phone to load up a website. And the website I'm about to load up is socialwallpapers.net. Let's go ahead and type that in on the Droid X. Social, there it is already. It appears in the recent selections. Let's go ahead and type it in on the iPhone 2. So, all you guys should know is that both the phones are on Verizon's 3G, so there's no Wi-Fi involved. And we go ahead and type, or click and let go of the URLs in 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like the iPhone, it looks like the Droid X actually loaded up a little bit quicker, by maybe about 2-3 seconds. So that actually does show that the Droid X loads faster than the iPhone 4 as far as speeds go. As far as web browsing experience and the web browsing speed goes, I actually do put that in one big section as web browsing. I have to give that whole section to the Droid X2 right over here. Why? Well, the best thing about, browsing the web on the Droid X2 is you can view websites as they would actually look on a computer. Of course, it takes a little bit more time, but most people who browse the web, they want to see the full website and not just the mobile version or anything like that. Of course, both phones can view a website in its desktop form, but the Droid X, it won't have, the Droid X2 will show every single part of the website because it is compatible with Flash. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at youtube.com. youtube.com, okay, type that in, YouTube, and let's go ahead and actually see which one is faster. Probably gonna be the Droid X2, but let's go ahead and quickly see. Looks like the Droid X2 does beat the iPhone, and the iPhone, it takes maybe 3 or 4 seconds for the iPhone to load up after the Droid X2 is loaded up. As you can see right over here, the Droid X2 is showing the whole trailer or the ad flawlessly. There's no lag at all. On the iPhone, you just see the beginning photo of it, the still image of it, and that's it. I mean, the iPhone is not compatible with Flash. So I definitely have to give the whole web browsing experience, the web browsing section, to the Droid X2. So the operating system on both devices are fantastic, and this is really mostly the hard part to actually make the decision, which is the operating system. And honestly, for the operating system, I have to give both phones a tie because I really prefer both operating systems. And I know one person prefers this operating system and the other prefers another operating system, and that's why judging the operating system is a really hard thing. Me personally, I like the Android operating system for many reasons. One, you can customize it, you can play around with it, and there's just endless possibilities with the operating system. For example, I can add widgets. Like I want to see my data usage, I can see the usage on it, and once I'm done I can just drag it on top and it deletes it. Simple as that. I also like the different types of home screens on the Android, which is fantastic. And I mean, it's really hard to actually judge the operating system. If I go on the iPhone, I really like how you can multitask so easily. Look at my open apps and really quickly close them, or if I just want to go look through my apps, they're really simple to use. And I really like how the iPhone's iOS is really stable. So it's really hard to judge an operating system. So as far as the operating system goes, I have to give both phones a tie. So this next section, which is all about the applications, is a dead giveaway to the iPhone 4. So meaning this is the iPhone 4's time to shine. Now, I definitely have to give this section to the iPhone 4, which evens up the score 2-2, because the applications available on the iPhone or the App Store in general are there's just so many applications on the App Store. But I'm not gonna lie, the Android marketplace has a great number of applications that are really nice to use, and some of them are free, others are a little bit pricey, maybe 99 cents, 50 cents, $1, $1.50. And the thing I really like about both, phones with the applications are that they're just a very variety of applications available. At the moment, I think the Android marketplace does have about 350,000 applications, whereas the iPhone App Store has just about 500,000 apps or more. So that is fantastic. The marketplace is the marketplace on the Android looks just like the following. This is the marketplace home screen, and for the iPhone, this is the featured. Featured is pretty much the home screen for the App Store on the iPhone, and I should definitely give this section to the iPhone 4. So at the fourth section, I want to talk about the screen overall in general, about both devices. Now this is actually the second hardest part to make a decision on, because many people actually go with the iPhone 4 on the screen because it has a sharper display and everything, but I have to give this section as a tie. This is kind of a really hard decision to make. Most people like the better display better, the better sharper screen better, and other people like the bigger display better. I'm personally, I like the bigger display better if it has a resolution close to the its opponent or its competitors, but I do prefer a larger screen. But of course, you don't get out of hand with a smartphone and go with a 6-inch smartphone, although that might happen in the future. But me personally, I'm going to give this a tie, because the iPhone 4, just how sharp the screen is and the Retina display is, it just makes the iPhone look fantastic. But on the Droid X2, the resolution isn't off by that far. Maybe the resolution Droid is maybe 950 by 580-ish, which is not that bad, because the iPhone's is like 980 or 960 by 640. So it's really, really close as far as the resolution goes, and I have to give this a tie. So at this point, both phones are tied 3-3. So this is the fifth section of the video, in where we talk about the internal specs as far as the processing speed goes and the RAM and everything. And I know you guys are aching to find out which phone wins the battle, but we're almost done, so hang in there. So as far as these specs go, the Droid X2 will definitely win the section. It smacks the iPhone 4 as far as the internal specs go. The Droid X2 comes with a dual-core 1 GHz processor with 512 megabytes of RAM, as far as the iPhone 4, which comes with a single 1 GHz processor and 512 megabytes of RAM. So the Droid X2 wins this battle. So at this point, it is 4 for the Droid X2 and 3 for the iPhone 4. So in this part, we're going to be talking about the storage options on both phones. The iPhone 4 comes in two models, a 16GB and a 32GB, and the Droid X2 only comes in an internal 8GB of storage, and then also an external 8GB of micro SD card. Now, however, you can actually expand the memory on the Droid X2 to up to 40GB, which means you buy a 32GB micro SD card, and then if you put that in the Droid X2 with the internal 8GB of storage, which is internally in the Droid X2, that combines to give you 40GB on the Droid X2, and then the highest model of the iPhone 4 only supports 32GB. So the Droid X2 will win this section of the video, which is spacing or storage options, because the Droid X supports more amount of storage. Finally, at the seventh section of the video, where we're going to be talking about the battery life on both devices, and I have to clearly give this section to the iPhone 4, mainly because I find the iPhone 4's battery life to be a little bit longer. It lasts a little bit longer than the Droid X2's. I usually used to use my iPhone 4 for maybe about 30 minutes to an hour each day, and I find myself charging the iPhone 4 every 3 to 4 days, which is not bad. 4 or 5 hours of battery use on the iPhone 4 isn't bad at all. As far as the Droid X2 goes, everything I used to do on the iPhone 4, as far as playing games, watching videos, playing back music content, browsing the web, all the great stuff I do on my iPhone, everything I did on the Droid X2, it took a little bit more battery life. And then web browsing, I guess it takes a little bit more battery life off from the Droid instead of the iPhone is because of the flash content, but I don't mind that. But I have to charge my Droid like pretty much every day or every other day, depending on how much I use it. So pretty much I have to give this section to the iPhone 4. Now, whenever you go ahead and purchase a phone, you definitely want to buy a phone that can charge really quick, so you don't have to spend time and hours on waiting for your phone to charge. And this section is pretty much how long it takes for each phone to charge its battery. Now, I have to give this section to the iPhone 4 as well, mainly because the iPhone 4's battery charges a lot quicker than the Droid, in my opinion. Maybe from about 5% battery life to 100% battery life for the iPhone 4. It takes about an hour, hour and 15 minutes, or hour and 30 minutes, anywhere between an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, which is not bad at all. For the Droid X2, I definitely have to say it takes a little bit longer than that, maybe about 2.5 hours for the Droid X2 to charge from maybe 5% battery life to 100%. So this section goes to the iPhone 4. So at this point, the iPhone 4 and Droid X both have 5 points, and there's 3 more sections to go before we're done with the video. So this next section is about how fast both devices are, how fast are them, the overall speed of both devices as far as web browsing and the operating system goes. I have to give this section to the Droid X2 because the Droid X2, I mean, it's pretty obvious. The Droid X2 has a better specs. It's definitely going to be a little bit faster as well. As you guys saw when I did the first section of the video, the web browsing, it's faster on the Droid X2. And I mean, it is really obvious it is going to be faster on the Droid X2 because of the faster processor. Just like looking at, how quick the device reacts. I mean, it's pretty simple that the Droid X2 is a little bit faster, and most people, they want a fast device whenever they go with a phone, the fastest in the market. And so far, I think the Droid X2 is a little bit faster than the iPhone 4. Not by a lot, but for the specs that the iPhone 4 has, it's not that far behind in my opinion, but the Droid X2 is a little bit faster. This next section is about the external inputs and outputs on both devices. Now, looking at the iPhone 4 first, it has a 3.5 audio jack, 3.5 millimeter audio jack input, and then it just has the syncing input, and that is pretty much it. There is no other input on the iPhone 4. As far as the Droid X2 goes, it has a 3.5 millimeter audio input, and it has a USB input as well as an HDMI input, which gives the Droid X2 a little bit of a plus because you want to be able to play back some of your content from your phone to your television in HD. That's always a good benefit to have, and I definitely felt that the Droid X2 needed some recognition for that. So the Droid X2 definitely takes the point in this section. So we are finally at the final section of the video where we compare both video and picture test results. Here are some photos I've taken with the iPhone 4 and Droid X2. This first photo is of my iMac. Just see how well the flash performs. And I mean, I like the flash on the Droid X2 better because it's a bit lighter. But if we're in dark situations, the iPhone flash would be a little bit more stronger, which would provide a little bit better of an image. Now, without the flash, I think the iPhone 4 took a better image of the Apple logo. So I definitely have to give the photo, as far as that goes, to the iPhone. I also took a picture of my fan really quickly to just see how well both devices captured moving objects, and the fan was obviously turned on. And I think the iPhone 4 did a better job at capturing the image because the fan looks a little bit more natural that it's moving. And besides on the Droid, how it looks a little bit odd with the mixed colors, if you know what I mean. So I have to give the photo part to the iPhone 4. And here's some more images I've taken with the iPhone 4 and Droid X2, just to show you, some more samples. And overall, I'd have to give the photos to the photo part of the section to the iPhone 4. And just so you know, I am combining the video and photos into just the photos and video section. So now here are some videos I've taken with the iPhone and Droid X2. So this is the video from my iPhone 4, quickly testing out how well I can read the letters and pretty much everything on my Canon T3 Rebel. So hopefully this looks good. I do have some artificial lighting in the background. What is up, YouTube? This Everything is Tech here, and this video is from my Droid X2. I do have artificial lighting in the background, and this is just to see how well the Droid X2 takes video. This is the last test video, and this is with the iPhone 4. Just looking on how the flowers look. I'm outside my garden right now, and I think the quality on the iPhone 4 is really nice. So finally, the iPhone 4 comes out on top for the video and photo test results, mainly because, the iPhone 4, it just has much better sharpness in its image, and just the clarity of the video really does blow you away. With the Droid X2, I didn't actually have a video for the outside one. Well, I actually did have a video, but it actually got corrupted, and then since it's been raining so long, so heavily for these past few days, I couldn't actually make up that video clip, so I am kind of really sorry for that. But the bottom line is the iPhone 4 definitely takes a lot better video and photos, especially out in daylight. The iPhone 4 is amazing with its video. So anyways, I have to give this section to the iPhone 4 as far as videos and photos go. So finally, after 11 full rounds, we actually do have a winner, and the winner is the Droid X2. Now, I know many people might be disagreeing with me, and others might agree, but this is just my opinion on how I look at both the phones. I'm not going to lie, the iPhone 4, it's a fantastic phone. If you're actually thinking of buying the phone, definitely go with the purchase. The iPhone 4 is an amazing phone, but between the Droid X2 and the iPhone 4, I would definitely go with the Droid X2, just in my personal opinion. I really like both phones, but the Droid X2 does come up on top. And again, the iPhone 4 isn't really that far behind, so you definitely have to give the iPhone 4 some props for that. So this has been Everything is Tech from everythingistech.com and socialwallpapers.net. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to catch you guys later in another video. Please subscribe if you like the video, and please give this video a like. It really helps me out once again. So thanks for watching. Peace out.